and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Welcome back, Consumer Quarterback Show. We want to help you win in any marketplace. That's our goal. Save our hotline number in case you need it, 813-750-0550. You can call or text our off-air hotline number, 813-750-0550. And bookmark the website, consumerqb.com. You can see links there to all of our expert contributors. You can submit an email form, and we promise to get back to you just as soon as we can and make sure we help you live a better life. It's all about helping you understand your buying decisions, making you more street smart here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, helping sellers profit more on the sale of their real estate properties. We got a brand new listing here to the market on Waters Avenue. This is a vacant lot. It's a commercial lot right here in Tampa Bay. It's on Waters Avenue in Tampa, and it's a corner lot. You got a great opportunity to build. You can build, pretty much mixed use, commercial, right across the street from AutoZone. Great opportunity here in Tampa Bay. And you can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. And we got a great lineup for you today. We're going to talk to the insurance quarterback, talk about things happening with insurance. Also, we got a billionaire launching drug company to offer low-cost versions of high-cost drugs. So pretty cool story. We're going to talk to Doug Levi about that and more, as well as our tax resolution specialist, Michelle James. She's an attorney and a CPA. So we're going to dive deep into tax strategy and what may be happening over the course of this year with the new administration. Before we do that, let's get you a beach update from Clyde Smith. He's the general manager with the Bilmar Beach Resort on beautiful Treasure Island. Hello, Clyde.
Hey, Brandon, how are you doing today?
I am well, thank you. And yourself?
Good, doing really well. Trying to stay warm over here at the beach. It's a little breezy out, but people are getting by pretty good. We've got that one courtyard pool that, of course, is heated, so they're enjoying themselves there. And there's still a lot of activity. We're starting to see some more tourists coming down, which is good. People are traveling, of course, traveling safely, which is so important these days. And they seem to be having a really good time at the beach, even with this cooler weather. Of course, John's Pass is only a mile away, so that's a great place you can, duck in and out of the cool weather and have a good time. But this weekend should be good for the Super Bowl. We're looking forward to that.
Yeah, got the Super Bowl coming up. The Chiefs and the home team, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, at home for the Super Bowl. First time ever in history.
Yeah, that's really exciting. And we haven't seen a lot of activity over here on the beach with that. Just things are, more central over there in Tampa, but there's still a buzz going on. Everyone's pretty excited. Of course, we're going to have the game on at both of our restaurants. Wiz, the beach bar is going to be going on, so you can play pool while watching the game and play ping pong if you want. We have some great $2 vodka specials going. And then over at Sloppy Joe's, between the two restaurants, we're going to have 17 TVs showing the game, even where you can sit out on the beach chair and watch it from the beach and get a good view of the game still. So it should be a good weekend.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. Can you talk about, because I know you're involved with a lot of organizations, can you talk about the economic impact, what it would have been pre-COVID versus, post-COVID now, or, in the middle of COVID?
Yeah, just to use me as an example, we had 113 rooms held out of our 166. And, they started talking about reductions in the, overall capacity. We dropped that in half, then we dropped it down to 40, and then right now I have no rooms officially with the Super Bowl. So it really did impact the beaches quite a bit. I think one of the big hotels on St. Pete Beach got some of the ESPN there, which is a nice block if you can get that. Tampa hotels are doing well, so there's still activity, mainly with the press that's in town.
Yeah.
But it definitely cut into what we would have normally seen. That being said, to see Tampa Bay all over the news and Good Morning America and everywhere, I think that's overall going to, have a lasting impact for the whole area. I think we'll get some great press, and if the weather's as good as it looks like it might be on Sunday, I think that'll show us well to all our northern friends that are, snowed in right now. It's pretty rough up there. So I think we're going to get mileage out of it and hopefully a win out of it, and that would all be good for us.
Yeah, it could be really cool. By the way, if you just joined us, we're talking with Clyde Smith. He's the general manager of the Bilmar Beach Resort, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, the official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show on beautiful Treasure Island, Pinellas County, Florida, right here in the best Tri-City area. I call it the best place to live, work, and play, Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, when you look at everything that we offer here in the greater Tampa Bay area. And the effects, again, of the COVID, some people call it the Chinese virus because it came from China, as our former president called it. When you look at just the ripple effect, even with the radio show, the TV show that we're promoting and producing, I was mentioning to some of the team today, and I said, hey, you guys have any idea where we might be able to get some interns? Because I had mentioned specifically Connecticut School of Broadcasting, and somebody had mentioned, well, they're out of business now. So that was another. I didn't realize that Connecticut School of Broadcasting went out of business because we used to pull some interns from there that would help with setup and some of the video production and things of that nature.
Sure.
But yeah, just the ripple effect of what's happened to our economy has been pretty interesting.
Yeah, I know Florida State has a real good communications school, so you can reach out to them perhaps to get some Knowles down there.
There we go. I'm open. Hey, we're open to it. But
good work.
But yeah, so when you talk about the Bilmar Beach Resort and Treasure Island, the local municipality down there has done a lot to really just revamp that area, and just everything from sidewalks, transportation, and just the area in general is such a draw, Clyde.
They sure have, and they started with the new beach trail a few years ago, and that's just gorgeous. At night, it's all lit with nice low amber lights, and it's just about a mile long. It takes you behind some of these turn-of-the-century older hotels, but they've been kept up. There's a real pride in ownership here as hoteliers stick together and help each other. The city continues to make improvements. We've had a great city manager for a few years now that really has worked with businesses and residents to keep upgrading. All the playgrounds have been upgraded, and just ways to get just up to John's Pass, as I mentioned, or the improvements down on Sunset Beach. And it's been really good. The businesses have all held up. We've seen very little closures due to the last year, which is great for our neighborhood. I know I just drove through downtown St. Petersburg, and it's still thriving down there too. Of course, that's only 6 miles away, so it's just a great area. Like you said, so convenient. I did a staycation in Tampa just a few weeks ago and enjoyed the river walk there. And I'm just like, what a great opportunity to be beautiful downtown Tampa and then right over to beautiful Treasure Island within 30 minutes. So
yeah.
It is a good place, and we love our locals. They certainly have made our last year, kept us successful, kept my people employed, and we still keep that resident rate at the year-round discount. And there's some other great specials, and, of course, the best place to get those are on our website, the BilmarBeachResort.com, and that is where you'll find the best value, especially if you're staying a few extra days. We have some stay-in plays, and there are 2 restaurants right here on property with Sloppy Joe's and Waves, so you can just come, park the car, and don't worry about a thing. Just enjoy yourself.
That's what I like about it. Just coming down and visiting and just enjoying a long weekend and just taking in everything. Got the Long Beach there. It's one of those really unique. If you go, like we just did a vacation over to St. Augustine, and the beach was just very short. I mean, it was a very small beach. By the time you walk out, maybe 50, 60 yards, 100 yards, if that, and you're right there. I mean, it's just all. And then the vice versa. If you're looking at contrasting that with the Treasure Island beaches, I mean, have you ever measured it? Like how long is it out to the water? I mean, that's a long walk.
It's about 400 yards all the way out.
Yeah.
It's definitely out there. And, when we lose sand on north and south, we gain a little bit right here. And, all things considered, I'll take that to the alternative. I've been at some resorts where you sit and you hear every kid yelling Marco Polo over at the pool, and, it drowns out the waves. And so here, when you're down at the water's edge, you're a world away. It's really nice. And, of course, we have our friend Turbo down there that rents the cabanas. You can take the beach chairs that come with the resort stay or get a nice cabana, which on a windy day like this makes it real nice down there. And paddleboards and kayaks, you get to take those out on a day that's not like today, but soon it'll be perfect weather for it.
Absolutely. And then you've got the Valentine's Day coming up for all the lovebirds out there.
We do. Valentine's Day dinner, we're going to turn our Waves Beach Bar into a beautiful dining establishment. Chef Terry has put on a terrific 4-course meal. The main entrees are going to be filet mignon or a Chilean sea bass, and comes with a toast and just a beautiful atmosphere. And it's I know a lot of people are going to be getting engaged hopefully this Valentine's, and there'll be a chance to see a great wedding venue because Waves, we're going to do about 30 weddings out at Waves this year. So you can have that, or main ballroom, which easy to do a wedding for 100 people there and still have spacing. We really follow a lot of protocols when we do our banquets, and a lot of them are going to stay in place even post-vaccine. We just think it's, we've learned a lot of good lessons, and those are going to carry on as the way we do banquets and meetings in the future. And so far, they're great. We've had a lot of people rebook that have done some meetings and appreciate the fact that it's only 2 per table with sanitizer and just all the right things to make people comfortable. That's our number one goal.
Yeah.
And if that leads to extra business later, that's terrific. But right now, it's about staying safe and having some fun as people are comfortable with.
Yep, that's important. All right, Clyde Smith, General Manager, Bilmar Beach Resort. Book directly online. And Clyde Smith, we appreciate the beach update, my friend.
Brandon, thanks for having me on again. Have a great day. Be safe.
My pleasure. Take care. All right, when we come back, we're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, we're going to talk with Doug Levi, Strategic Insurance. We're going to talk about all different types of insurance, protecting your assets, protecting your family as well with health insurance. And it's an interesting story as well. Mark Cuban, the billionaire Mark Cuban, has launched a generic drug company that is helping folks with low-cost versions of those high-cost drugs. Stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to consumerqb.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hey, Brandon Rhymes here, owner of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty with your real estate market update for Hillsborough County in Tampa Bay. Residential listings at the end of December 2020 were 2,634 properties active as listings. That is down 2,498 year over year, 2,498 less listings. That's down 48.7%. Coming down and looking at the solds, at the end of December, we had 2,505 properties sold. That's plus 262 sales, plus 11.7%. So the sales are up, inventory's down, 95% absorption rate in Hillsborough County, and a 1.05 month supply, a strong seller's market as well in Hillsborough County. Reach out. We'd love to talk to you if you're buying, selling, or investing in real estate. My wife Lindsay and I own a top 1% ranked real estate team with Keller Williams Realty. 813-750-0550. Call or text 813-750-0550. Also, you can see the website consumerqb.com, consumerqb.com, and we would love to help you win. I'm a certified negotiation expert, and we can help you win in your real estate deals if you're buying, selling, or investing. And of course, tune into our Consumer Quarterback Show, 4 o'clock drive time right here on AM 860 The Answer, FM 93.7 on the FM dial. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day.
My friends, when choosing a listing agent to sell your home, their track record is critically important. Dennis Prager here for Brandon and Lindsay Rhymes, owners of Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Real Estate. They're consistently rated by the MLS in the top 1% of all Tampa Bay realtors, and that's a big deal. Brandon and Lindsay are always among the top realtors in the state. Call them today at 813-750-0550.
Find them at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here. I'm your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show. We love to take care of our veterans and first responders, military, of course, the first responders, teachers, nurses out there. We offer discounts for anybody buying, selling, or investing in that space. We're offering 1/4 to a 1/2 point discount when it comes to buying real estate for our veterans, first responders, big-time supporters of the military. My family was, a lot of my family's been involved in the military. My father, my biological dad, was an MP as well in the military. So we want to help you win in your real estate deals if you're buying, selling, or investing here in Tampa Bay. 13204 Fawn Lily Drive. This is a great opportunity. It's a large home if you're looking for more space, 4,500 square feet, 6 bedrooms, 4 bath, 3-car garage at 13204 Fawn Lily Drive in Riverview. You've got a water feature, over $100,000 in upgrades, and the community has some really awesome clubhouse, pool, walking trails, dog park. Great listing of ours at 13204 Fawn Lily Drive out in East Hillsborough County. 1010 Bay Esplanade, taking you back to Pinellas County here on the north side of the beach. You've got a 1010 Bay Esplanade property. Clearwater Beach, Florida, almost 3,200 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 bath. What I love about this property is you've got a 3rd-story sun deck from the very top. You can see for miles out into the Gulf of Mexico, the intercoastal waterways, and of course, you're just a 3 to 5 minute walk to the sugar sand beaches and dolphin-filled waters of Clearwater Beach right here in beautiful Tampa Bay.
Sun is shining, the weather is sweet.
And give it a shout out to the Golf Cart Depot, a.k.a. Discovery Golf Carts right here in Tampa Bay for business, recreation, pleasure. Everybody's getting a golf cart these days. It's so much fun. Lots of makes and models to choose from. Easy Go, Star EV, Cushman. New and pre-owned, available. Golf Cart Depot, a.k.a. Discovery Golf Cars. Make sure you let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. They're going to give you some special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, going to the phones. We got Doug Levi, Strategic Insurance, back on the show. Welcome, Doug.
Brandon, another day in Tampa Bay, and we got a big Super Bowl week this week. How exciting, man.
Hey, what a great week for Tampa Bay, and just kind of looking at what could have been pre-COVID versus past, current in COVID here. Have you heard any stats or seen anything in terms of how we monetize that or how we measure that?
Yeah, so, lots of impacts on COVID for sure. I mean, I'll always just like to share real-world stuff, right? So we kind of tied to it more to the economy than insurance specific, but we just took my family to Disney World last week. First time we did. We've got 3 kids under 7, so I was a Disney man last week, Brandon. But Disney's only at 35% capacity, due to COVID. So,
wow.
The impact is no doubt felt in lots of areas. From the insurance perspective, we've been saying for some time now, we always recommend reaching out, doing our protection reviews. People can check us out at TampaBayInsurance.com. We can just make sure in general you're getting the best coverage and best price possible. The big thing that COVID has impacted a lot is contractors, manufacturers, restaurants, and the way their insurance works, Brandon, is they're charged based on their revenue or payroll. So
right.
Your revenue or payroll has been affected because of COVID. You really need to get your eyes on your insurance to make sure you're not overpaying based on, old info.
Right. Yeah, that's an important point. I mean, there's ways that you can save money and you possibly have prorated payments already made and potentially. So we're talking with Doug Levi here, Strategic Insurance, and he's talking about ways that you can do that. And then you also get a review. Doug, I really like the idea of getting a review. Our feel-good story of the day, by the way, is pretty interesting. Billionaire launches drug company to offer low-cost version of high-cost drugs. So this is Mark Cuban. He's launching a generic drug company called the Mark Cuban Cost Plus Drug Company. And it basically he's looking to provide radical transparency in how we price our drugs. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I know we focus so much on the show, more on the home, auto, business insurance, but we do life and health insurance as well. It's a huge area of need for people. There's no doubt insurance and prescription costs have certainly, gone up significantly. One thing I'd really want to highlight, Brandon, which we feel really blessed to be helping people with, we've got some products now by top A-rated carrier, company named Transamerica. A lot of people probably know that name out there, but they're doing guaranteed issue life insurance and disability income for people, and it's not a pared down policy like a lot of the other ones out there. And this means regardless of your health status, as long as you're not on active disability, we've insured people who have had cancer, diabetes, heart disease, strokes, all kinds of things. So, so often we talk about the price, but insurance really offers that protection, that peace of mind. So if there's people or listeners out there and they're struggling and they would want a life insurance policy or they wish they had some disability income, and maybe for whatever reason they can't qualify medically or they traditionally haven't been able to, we've got a great solution for them.
Yeah, it's important, and there's different ways that you can look at. A lot of times people, they pull money out of their paycheck, they invest it through their company, and they call that a retirement plan. I call it a good start, but when you look at, it's such a confusing space that is when you're looking at mutual funds, stocks, annuities, disability, and then you throw the health side into that, PPO, HMO. There's all these 3-letter, it's hard to navigate, right? So a lot of times, and I've heard it said in Tony Robbins' book, Money Master the Game, that 95% of the mutual funds out there do not outperform the market. So you could invest directly into the index, but yeah, it's very confusing space. Maybe you can help our listeners with some of that.
Yeah, we're certainly happy to. It's definitely an area of concern for a lot of people. I know, and just the numbers are that still, approximately 40 to 60% of people out there don't have health insurance at some level, and we've got solutions there as well. We've got some great short-term plan options. We've got some other plans that are part of a faith-based co-op called MediShare. So there are some solutions out there. We also help business owners with their group plans, and I think the big thing I see at times is people are either afraid to even look because they say, I can't afford it. That's too much. And sometimes they've defeated themselves before they even start, and they really don't know. And there are so many options out there. We're normally able to work with people in their budget. And I tell people we can work backwards and say, okay, well, what is your budget for what we're looking at, and how can we try to maximize benefits? Right? So that's our heart. That's our philosophy. We want to make sure people are properly protected and getting the best rates they possibly can.
Yeah, we're talking with Doug Levi here, the insurance quarterback on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Strategic Insurance, he's a local business owner. We talk a lot about supporting the local economy, and we always say now more than ever, it means more to us, especially the Salem radio family, the folks that are involved with our show, the local businesses that support the show. We greatly appreciate you reaching out to our hotline. You can call or text our hotline, and you could even ask for a review if you'd like to have Doug review what you currently hold. A lot of times he's finding money. You found money out there. 813-750-0550. It's the hotline. You can call or text 813-750-0550. Call or text. And a lot of times, Doug, you're looking at these reviews of folks that have not changed their policies year over year over year. They just keep rolling it over, and they're missing some things. They're missing. It's like having holes in your boat, and you're rowing down
no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. And it's, depending on your view of insurance, we're either above or below going to the dentist, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I guess how painful your dentist is. So it's not the most fun thing to do. So what we say, put us to work for you. There's no cost working with us. We do get paid on commission by the carriers. We work with over 50 carriers. And my whole goal is building long-term relationships and having a client not just 1 year, but and our customer service platform is called Clients for Life because that's the mindset we want to adopt. We want our clients to be on board for life. So the other thing to throw out there, Brandon, that we've talked about before, we do our $17 Amazon gift card challenge. So we basically say, hey, for the opportunity to review your policies, whether it's your home, your auto, your business, your life, your health, really any of your insurance, we get a copy of your current coverage. We love an opportunity to see if we can get you something a little bit better or find some gaps in your insurance, and we'll give you a $17 Amazon gift card for that time. So It's kind of a fun thing to do. So.
Well, hey, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. I know that's kind of a cheap Valentine's Day present, $17.
That's right.
But anyways, it's a start, right?
Hey, you know what? Listen, in my household, Starbucks equals love.
There
you could get 3 Starbucks $5 gift cards and still have $2 left over.
There you go.
Buy them through Amazon, and now you're looking like an all-star.
That's a plan right there, I tell you. Hey, we got about a minute left. I wonder if you might want to share a little bit about your side hustling opportunity as well.
Yeah, so we just love the opportunity to open up and help more people. So we had an idea about a little over a year ago. We call it insurancesidehustling.com. People can go to that website, insurancesidehustling.com. And we show people how to get into the insurance business, selling primarily home and auto insurance. They can do it anywhere in the country. They do it remote. Our agency acts as the support system. We help with marketing. We help with training. We provide the carriers. And we really teach you everything you know. And it's a great opportunity for people looking to earn some extra money.
Yeah, I love that. Especially with folks that are, they're dabbling into real estate, they're doing their other job, but then, hey, I could offer you insurance as well. I mean, what a great idea to add that second income. A lot of people got hurt with COVID. It really challenged a lot of families. Small businesses got hit particularly hard. So Doug Levi, Strategic Insurance, insurancesidehustling.com, and longtime friend of the program. Thanks a lot, Doug. We appreciate it.
Hey, go Bucks.
Go Bucks. All right, good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, support the local economy here with our show. Follow us online at Brandon Rhymes1 on Instagram and Twitter, Consumer Quarterback Show page, as well as the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams. You can find us on Facebook as well. And we'll be right back. We're going to have Michelle James in studio. She's an attorney and a CPA, so we're going to dive deep into tax resolution strategy here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
This is Chris Voss, former FBI lead hostage negotiator and owner of the Black Swan Group, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Give me 1 second. I need to plug
Sure.
this one camera in real quick.
Anything particular you want to talk about today, or just kind of recap, kind of like we did last
So,
time? Or?
I was thinking.
Yeah. All righty. In that case, everyone, please stand by.
Five, four, three, two, one.
You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. We help you win in your real estate deals. We're a top 1% ranked real estate team. Now, that's 25,000 realtors in the greater Tampa Bay area, and we are in the top 500. So we're in the top 1% of all real estate teams in Tampa Bay. We're going to help you win buying, selling, or investing, negotiating the best deals for you. And we actually feature our real estate listings live on air on the show to help our sellers maximize the exposure. Check out 1813 East Knollwood in Tampa. This is a great opportunity. It's in Seminole Heights, close to downtown. A great opportunity. You could even turn it into a rental, add it to your portfolio, or just move into it, of course, and live the Tampa Bay lifestyle here. 1,300 square feet, 3-bedroom, 3-bath. You got a large backyard as well. Carport, completely renovated, close to the airport, close to downtown. 1813 East Knollwood in Tampa. Great buying opportunity here in beautiful Tampa Bay. All right, how about for my commercial buyers out there? I've got 1780 Clearwater Largo Road, and this is a commercial building, corner lot on a major thoroughfare with 40 to 50,000 vehicles passing by daily. So your signage is going to get seen. Great opportunity, almost 2,400 square feet. Hot corner location, 2 garage doors, 2 large bay doors, so it'd be great for like a mechanic, a car lot. Lots of opportunity here in beautiful Tampa Bay. And you can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
And Brothers Easy Moving, the segment's brought to you by Brothers Easy Moving, the official moving partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Brothers Easy Moving, whether you're planning a long-distance move or a local move, reach out to Brothers Easy Moving. Make sure you let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. All right, we have our friend Michelle James back in studio. She's an attorney and a local CPA. Welcome back.
Hello, everyone.
Tax resolution specialist, TaxPro of Tampa, that is. And Michelle, yeah, lots of things happening. Wow. Where do we begin?
Where do we begin?
And you were telling a really cool story, and kind of before the show in the green room, you want to share a little bit of that?
Oh,
it kind of leads
absolutely. So I was mentioning, of course, the GameStop stock. And my son, who is 25 years old, called me a few months ago, and he's like, Mom, can I get some extra money? I think I want to invest. And I said, absolutely, son. Sent him a couple of $1,000s. He said he matched it and kind of put it in. I didn't really check on him since then. He's that child you don't really have to check on. You know he's
always been kind of precocious.
He's responsible.
Yep.
So I never really went back and asked what he did and with who. But as soon as the GameStop stock started, he sent me a screenshot of his account. And of course, it was with Robinhood, which everyone has all seen in the news that they've kind of stopped all the trading and did all this other stuff. But it had went up like significantly. So the investment was somewhere around $4,000, and he ended up with about $50,000.
Wow, in a short period of time. I mean, 3 or 4 months, right?
In a very short period of time.
That's pretty cool.
He was really, really excited. We couldn't buy or sell anymore, because of the whole thing that came up. But that
they put a pause on it.
Yeah, they did. They put a pause on it. I haven't seen where they have a lawsuit, class action filed, I guess.
Interesting.
So I'm supposing it's probably going to, turn out to be a mess because, of course, soon as the little ones start making some money.
Yes.
Right.
The average everyday investor that has small amounts. But it's okay. Here's the flip side of it, right? And if you listen to Phil's gang before us at 3 o'clock, he calls it the Wall Street gangsters. It's okay for the Wall Street gangsters to go on CNBC or whatever news program they go on, and they start touting these stocks that they know they bought last week.
Right.
Oh, buy this. This is hot. This is hot. This one's not. These financial entertainers, so to speak. And when that happens, of course, people are watching TV. They're seeing it on social media. Of course, everybody's repurposing. So it's very similar to what happened with Reddit, is what I understand.
Absolutely. Apparently, it was an article that was written. Some guy came on, did this whole thing. My son said he went in, he saw it, then he verified what the guy said, and he thought it was going to be a good bet. And went ahead and did it. So, there was a lot of excitement last week over it, of course.
Yeah.
But, it was just really cool. And, of course, some of the other stocks, your AMCs and other things like that. But really some nice growth on the GameStop.
Yeah, it's interesting when you look at, what the effect of COVID was. Of course, if you bought Zoom a year ago, the online meeting portal, if you don't know what Zoom is, it's kind of like Skype or even FaceTime on your iPhone. You can Zoom and have a meeting from Seattle to Tampa, Florida, and, kind of feel like you're in the room, you're looking face to face. Sometimes we're using it in real estate. But, if you were able to buy that type of a stock, you're going to see exponential returns on that investment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you're able to get in early enough.
Right.
But, the thing is, we wait until the last minute.
Yep. Human nature.
Right. We want to see how it's going to go.
Right. And then let's talk, on the tax side of that, on the flip side, when you are making those gains, are you paying taxes once it's realized on paper, or how can you walk us through?
Once it is withdrawn. So if it stays in the account and it's reinvested, then no gains are recognized on that. But once it is withdrawn and taken out the account, then yes, you would have some capital gains on that. Absolutely. Right. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And as you know, we do have a large real estate following. Of course, the show originated about 8 years ago as the real estate quarterback. Now we're changed the name to the Consumer Quarterback Show somewhere around 5 years ago. When you look at the real estate side of investing, and of course we had a change in guard, so to speak, from Trump to Biden now. What do you see happening? Because I've heard rumors that 1031s might be going away. What do you see happening on the tax ramifications, and how does that break down for our listeners?
So many changes.
Yeah.
It take me hours to go through a lot of them, but yes, there might be some changes coming to the 1031 exchange.
Yep.
Of course, that is, for those who don't know what that 1031 exchange is, it's what they call a like-kind property. And so you exchange one for the other within a limited period of time that the IRS assigns, and that the title company, once you have made that down payment, decides that it needs to get done.
Yep.
Once you follow that time frame and you buy within that time frame again, then you don't recognize the capital gains from the first property that was purchased.
Yeah.
So it's a great way to, again, do an exchange in property.
Especially if you're moving from up north to south.
Absolutely. I don't want this one anymore, but I want this one. But they're both commercial properties. Then absolutely, you are able to take advantage of the tax advantages of that. Of course, there are areas in which there are also big incentives for you to buy in our lower income areas, the regentrification process.
Right.
There are big tax credits if that's what you're looking to do. So again, you sold your property, you didn't know about the 1031 exchange, and now you take those gains and you go into these areas where they are doing some regentrification.
Yes.
There are also tax programs that allow you to now not recognize that gain, because now we have reinvested it into an area that is now starting to see some growth. And so depending on how long they keep them invested into these properties, the entire 100% cannot be recognized as far as the gains. So again, just really great programs out there.
Yeah.
As and here it is. It's a great time to start buying.
Yeah.
But make sure you understand, and make sure that when you're buying, it actually benefits you, because it's not just about owning the property.
Right.
I think the last time on the show, I spoke a little bit about that income cap. When we go in and we buy these properties, if we're at an income cap, we can't take the deductions allowed by the IRS. We can't take those depreciation and those other things, because we've capped that income for those deductions. So we also have to buy smart as well. So it's not just jumping out and getting a property, is really how do you structure the actual deal to make sure that it actually benefits you if that's what you're looking to do.
Yeah, those are some great tips here from Michelle James, tax resolution specialist, TaxPro of Tampa.com. Website is TaxPro of Tampa.com. Michelle James here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. And that's some radio gold right there that we're talking. I mean, because people are looking for opportunity now, and they're not sure, okay, what I've heard of regentrification zones, I've heard of opportunity zones. What exactly does it mean? How can I find that? How can I position myself to buy right and then realize those gains and then be sitting in a good position tax-wise as well, Michelle?
Absolutely. And of course, we turn to our professional real estate.
That's right. You look at that and you look at, exactly, you look, hey, where are we going to buy? What's the hot areas?
Where are we going to buy?
We saw, did you ever hear the guy, Matthew Cox? He was on American Greed. He single-handedly raised values of single-family homes in Ybor City with the fraud that he perpetrated. So I don't know if you ever heard of that. We had him on the show. We had him on the show not from a, hey, look at me, I'm boasting type thing, but as a, here's what you look for. Here's because title fraud is big. There's rampant. You can steal people's title. But yeah, so you look, okay, Ybor City, that was a big area. Maybe still is in certain pockets. Seminole Heights, great area. You can get that. So you look for where the opportunity zones are, and if you're maybe not an investor, but you're a single family buyer, and you're looking to, maybe I'm renting, but you're looking to get into home ownership, hey, let's look at where the municipalities are giving out free down payment assistance. So down payment assistance, SHIP programs, lots of different ways. And it all starts with working with the right professionals. With, of course, the Consumer Quarterback Show, we can help you do that.
Absolutely.
Let's take a break here. Michelle James in studio, more tax tips and strategy when it comes to purchasing real estate, even just structuring your business. A lot of times we might want to get a review. When we come back, I want to ask Michelle how she can do reviews for our listeners, and we may offer a free review to the first 2 or 3 people that maybe call in. We can get a review done for you potentially here. And we're talking with Michelle James here, TaxPro of Tampa.com. Plus, our feel-good story of the day is a good one. Really cool story. Billionaire launches drug company to offer low-cost versions of high-cost drugs. Stay with us. Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rhymes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
Hey, Brandon Rhymes here, host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, owner of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, with your Pasco County real estate market update for residential listings in Pasco County. At the end of 2020, December 2020, we had 1,361 properties available. That is down 1,429 less listings, and that's down 51.2% year over year. Now, looking at the sales, you had 1,260 properties sell at the end of December 2020. That's plus 156 sales, plus 14.7%. So dividing the solds by the listed, that gives us a 93% absorption rate. Wow, 93% absorption rate, and it's only a 1.08 month supply. It's a strong seller's market in Pasco County, and my wife Lindsay and I own a top real estate team here in Tampa Bay, top 1% ranked real estate team here in Tampa Bay. So if you're selling property, we would love to talk to you to help you maximize the exposure, maximize the profits, and I'm a certified negotiation expert, so we can help you win in your real estate deals. Give us a call, 813-750-0550, 813-750-0550. Also, you can view the website at consumerqb.com. That's consumerqb.com. Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate your support, and we'll see you on the radio. 4 o'clock drive time, AM 860, The Answer.
My friends, when choosing a listing agent to sell your home, their track record is critically important. Dennis Prager here for Brandon and Lindsay Rhymes, owners of Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Real Estate. They're consistently rated by the MLS in the top 1% of all Tampa Bay realtors, and that's a big deal. Brandon and Lindsay are always among the top realtors in the state. Call them today at 813-750-0550.
Find them at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at ConsumerQB.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. Also, giving a shout out to Veteran Gutters. Big shout out to Veteran Gutters. Brandon Porter and his team did a great job on my property. They just added these beautiful seamless gutters all the way around the property, and it really helps, maintain the roof, the drip edge. And a big shout out. We love to support our veterans. Reach out to Brandon Porter if you're thinking about getting gutters on. Of course, that rainy season is just around the corner. Veteran Gutters right here in Tampa Bay, friends of the program. And every day we're going to tell you something good in our feel-good story of the day, some positivity for you.
Tell me something good.
All right, so we talked about a billionaire launching a drug company. This is Mark Cuban, the billionaire. He launched a generic drug company called the Mark Cuban Cost Plus Drug Company. And the company goes on to say, provide radical transparency in how we price our drugs. They're going to publish the cost to manufacture, distribute, and market its drugs to pharmacies. And he's basically saying, quote, we add a 15% margin, flat 15% margin to get our wholesale prices. This makes sure we remain viable and profitable. There are no hidden costs, no middlemen, no rebates, only to insurance companies. Everybody gets the same low price for every drug we make. So pretty cool. He's going to have this up and running by the end of 2021. He wants to have 100 drugs that they can offer. And our goal is that everyone should be able to afford their medicine, the company says. Everyone should know what is cost to make their medicine. Everyone should feel the price they paid for their medicine was fair. So there's a cool story for our feel-good story. So hopefully that'll help with drug prices, help bring down the cost. I know, even some of the stuff I'm on for my statin, I'm taking the the pill that works, I guess, through your liver. It's a statin, like a horse pill that you take. And then also they prescribe me a shot. It's more of a shot called Repatha. Very expensive, about $1,000 a month if it's not covered on your insurance. And I've been dealing with some issues with that personally. So yeah, I'm looking to see what Mark Cuban can put together there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. We need the billionaires to help us out and not kind of stack against us like some of you hear the different rumors of what's going on with COVID and some of the different things. But we're talking with Michelle James here. She's a tax resolution specialist. TaxPro of Tampa.com. And again, we were talking between the break. Let's kind of gear this segment towards our small business owners, and then we'll offer that tax review coming up for the first 3 listeners that text in. We'll do a review for them.
Sure.
But PPP, you've seen some interesting things happen with that over the rollout from, what was it, March or April, the original rollout, and until now.
Absolutely. So the rules that have changed on the PPP, well, a couple of things changed. Initially, when we were given those, those loans, as they call them,
yep,
we were to recognize it as, even though it came in as a liability, we still had to recognize that, even though it was a loan. But
right.
We weren't able to take those expenses, right?
Okay.
So that payroll that we were processing and rents and things like that we used, we weren't able to take those deductions. Well, the IRS and the SBA came back and said, well, no longer, we're not going to not allow you to take those deductions. So this year, you're going to see people, and we don't have to pick it up as income. So we're going to see, it's like a double gift.
Double gift. I love it. Hey, we finally got a gift.
It's a gift for us small businesses. And so what happens is we now don't have to recognize the loan as any kind of income, and we also get to take those deductions.
Nice.
But the other sweet spot is if you have not yet asked for forgiveness under the PPP, which I've encouraged all my clients to keep waiting. And we kept waiting because we kept hearing there were some new things coming down the pike. And we did not know if they were going to make them retroactive. So the idea was to, we have 10 months to clean up that PPP and reconcile it and get our forgiveness before it goes into any type of, loans at 1%.
Okay.
So during this time, the IRS then came out with the employee retention tax credits. So now if you did not go back and if you did not ask for that PPP forgiveness, now we can go in and look at those quarters. We can review those quarterly 941s.
Wow. And
each employee, as the employers, we can get up to $5,000 in tax credits.
Wow.
For 2020 and up to $7,500 in 2021.
Wow.
So in 2020, of course, it's going to just be a dollar for dollar credit, right? Kind of carried forward. In 2021, they're allowing us to actually reduce that payment that we'd make to them with the payroll taxes and just submit the difference. So there are some awesome things coming out as far as tax credits with the IRS. Along with the PPP, we know we're at second funding. We're at the point where we're doing our second funding. But for those who did already kind of reconcile and closed out that PPP, there are some little nuances which we're still kind of waiting on direction from the IRS, just exactly how. But what we also know is once they have dedicated, if they went in and they go, third quarter was where I paid, was where I used my PPP.
Right.
We know now that we cannot go back and review that for the employee retention credit.
Okay.
Right. So you only got 2.5 months, right, of it. But if for whatever reason payroll was lower and you filled in that whole 3 months or even 6 months,
right,
we can't put that on the review if you've already done.
Okay.
The reconciliation.
Interesting. Yeah, it's a lot of rules and a lot of reading, I'm sure, a lot of research on your part to go back and find out and, stay up to date with what's happening. It's a fluid business environment, and you've got to be on top of it. And, Michelle James right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, tax resolution specialist right here in Tampa Bay. She's an attorney and a CPA, so that's pretty cool in itself. And you look at TaxProofTampa.com. So let's talk about a review. So you can go back. The IRS says you're able to go back 3 years and question and change and say, oh, I need to amend that tax return, change that tax return. So let's do that for the first 3 listeners. We have to limit it. Her time is very valuable, as you know. For the first 3 listeners that want a tax review, if you're a business owner or even just self-employed, sole proprietor maybe, and you want to have a professional go back and look, because sometimes there's money's left. There's money left over, and there's things that you missed and maybe you didn't see, and maybe you just walked into one of these strip malls and just did it quickly. But we can help you do it. So text the word review to our hotline. Tax review, text tax review to 813-750-0550, our consumer advocate hotline. Text or call review, tax review to 813-750-0550, and that's our hotline. And then what would the follow-up be on your end once we put you in touch with the person reaching out?
So once we reach them, once we receive their information from you, someone from my office will give them a call to schedule a time. Prior to the meeting, I would need for them to upload their tax returns. This way I get the opportunity, and we're not spending that 20 minutes that I'm giving in review time while I'm just trying to read it, because at this point you really don't get the best. It doesn't work out in your favor.
Make
because
the most
it's still,
of it.
Right. You need to make the best of it if I'm going to take a look at it. Upload the returns. Once I upload the returns, we review the returns, and then at that point, we're just kind of having conversations. There are tons of things that I always see. Veterans aren't always getting their full disability credits. I mean, there are just so many things that, you walk into H&R Block. If they're not asking you, and that's not to say anything that they don't prepare taxes. What I'm saying is they don't always ask the right questions.
Exactly.
And, you walk into these places, the Liberty Tax, the H&R Blocks, the Jackson Hewitts. Here's the thing. You're a veteran and you're 50% disabled.
Yep.
A lot of the money that you're receiving, 50% of it is non-taxable. And all it takes is me getting the letter. Changing it on the form that you have received from the government and sending it into the IRS and getting you your refund.
I'd hate to see our veterans not get their money.
Right. There's so many things that they leave on the table just because they don't know.
Reach out to the show. We'd love to put you in touch with Michelle James, tax resolution specialist, TaxProofTampa.com. And Michelle, great stuff. Thanks so much for bringing that knowledge into our show. And we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Do something kind for one another. Be a force for good in the community. We'll see you next time. Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show.